The night is still young, right? Okay, back to you.
Thank you. At least now I can breathe. Okay, guys, have a seat. I want to introduce my best friend, my sister, my partner, my motivator, my viber, my role model, and my eyes. Which one have I not said, Sanya? Everything. So I'd like to welcome Miss Sanya Weston from USA. Sanya is also my partner. We have a branch in USA, Scenery Adventures USA. And she's a great woman. You'll hear from her. Welcome, Miss Sanya Weston.
I mean, she's not yet on the stage. Come by, let me DJ. Hello. All right.
Wow. Good evening. Wow, Monica is amazing, and maybe I just received the memo because all of you have known her much longer than I have. But 3 years ago, I had an opportunity to be introduced to Monica, and it was sisterhood from the start. That's all I could say. And between the laughs and the hard work, the accomplishments, and the good times, I am honored to be here before you. And I'm so proud of her as a woman, as an entrepreneur, as a sister, and just someone who is a woman of her word. And I was very honored when she asked me to speak and be before you. And I had no problem with getting on an aircraft, coming all the way from the United States, and being here with you. So hopefully I will enlighten you and just kind of motivate you, because I know how wonderful travel is. And for those who are pros at this, and those who are just stepping foot into this world of travel, I want you to know this is just the beginning. So thank you, Monica, for the announcement and all the wonderful words that you always say to me, and I have to learn to take them in, because it is taught that we don't live in the compliments that are given to us. So when someone gives you a compliment, you worked hard for it. So believe it and own it. So I thank you. I thank you for your vision, your leadership, and also your partnership. We talked about it, we laughed about it, and we are now what we call in the U.S. being about it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. But before I go any further, there is a woman from the United States who's no longer with us, but her words resonate through me and through so many other people. Her name is Maya Angelou. And she's a woman that stood for healing, sisterhood, and the power of collective humanity. The words that I live by are her quote, "I come as one, but I stand as 10,000. I come as one, but I stand as 10,000. That single line speaks directly to the future of wellness and adventure travel. And that is why we're here today. That is our theme. I live it, and I want to make sure that everyone is exposed to it. Because wellness is never an isolated event. Adventure is never individualized. And transformation, true transformation, has always been collective. As the CEO of Scenery Adventures USA, I stand before you today carrying a legacy, sisterhood, culture, and generational wisdom, reminding us that when travel is designed with intentions, it doesn't just move people across borders, it heals, it connects, and it transforms. When people ask how I found my way into the travel industry, the truth is I was born in it. My journey began with my mother almost 50 years ago. She started the first African-American woman-owned travel company in the city of Detroit, Michigan. Thank you. She was a pioneer, a legend, and a woman that was far beyond her time. Long before wellness travel became a global conversation, she understood something deeply and that was so powerful, that travel does heal. She led with vision, grace, and an unshakable belief in sisterhood. I watched her build relationships across cultures, command rooms with quiet authority, and pour into people knowing that travel could be their answer. She restored confidence, dignity, and purpose, and there was one place that she always talked about and she loved, and that place was the Bahamas. Just mentioning it that name brought so much joy to her. She advocated for it, she celebrated it, she exposed the beauty of that country, and she also extended it within herself. As a young version of myself, and I must say, I started very young. I remember calling travel companies that I remember their numbers by heart, and I was only 12. But during that time, watching her, I had an opportunity to know that what she believed was really true. Because she loved Bahamas so much, I knew it wasn't the destination. She loved the people, she loved how it healed people, and she also loved how welcoming that it was. That love planted something in me. And today, that same pull that she had, that same responsibility and reverence lives in me in my relationship with Kenya. Kenya is not just a destination to me. It is a connection, it's collaboration, and it's purpose. Just as my mother championed the Bahamas, believe me, every word that comes out of my mouth is, have you ever traveled to Kenya? Because it's the destination that actually made me in such a late time in my life. I am a champion for Kenya, and I am proud of it. Its people, its entrepreneurs, its stories, and its future. What my mom taught me was just simple: to love a place, to love the people, and be an advocate for well-being. Standing here today, speaking about the future of wellness and adventure travel, this is a full circle moment for me. With over 35 years in the travel industry, I've traveled to 5 continents, and I've sat on many advisory boards that make major decisions in the travel industry. This is something that has transformed me into what I like to say, a travel nerd. Today, travelers, they no longer ask where can they go. They are asking, how will I have the experience of a lifetime? How would that experience change me? In fact, global travel research shows that 70% of travelers now prioritize experiences that support mental well-being, cultural connections, and personal growth over traditional sightseeing. That tells us everything we need to know. Wellness is no longer about spas. Adventure is no longer about thrill-seeking. The future of travel lies in the intersection of healing, responsibility, culture, and connections. That belief is why my relationship with Monica, the president of Scenery Adventures, matters so deeply. Our partnership is not transactional, it is transformational. What my mother molded in me through leadership, sisterhood, and cultural respect is actually what I bring into the international collaboration. Monica and I have connected by sharing values, community-led travel, intentional designs, and economic empowerment. Together, through Scenery Adventures, we are redefining how travel is done internationally. Not as outsiders or extracting experiences, but as partners building sustainable journeys that heal, uplift, and inspire. Africa is not the next destination. Africa is the now destination. And it is our job to make that happen. As I close today, I want to leave you with something intentional, something that you can carry as a leader, as a creator, and also as a traveler. I call it the well way forward. The well way forward. There's only one way to go forward. Because if travel is going to heal, connect, and transform, it must first be well designed. And that's what we do as Scenery Adventures. Wellness is a responsibility. Wellness is not a luxury, that you don't embrace, it is our responsibility to design experiences that honor emotional health, cultural dignity, and economic sustainability for travelers and host communities. Empowered sisterhood is our strategy. Across borders, across industries, across generations. When women lead together, we don't just grow businesses, we change systems. When people travel and they're better than when they started, that means that we have found a way to make them their true, authentic self. Not just the traveler, but the guide, the village, the city, the next generation watching from the sidelines. And last but not least, legacy is the true destination. Every journey leaves a footprint. The question is not where we want to go, but what was straightened, changed, or healed because of us going there. So I say thank you to my mom for making me who I am. Thank you to Monica for giving me the inspiration to continue and carry on that legacy. Thank you to all of you for being here as support and allowing me to stand in this moment, honoring legacy, embracing sisterhood, and shaping a future where travel heals, connects, and transforms us all. So now is the time for you to get your calendars out so that they're ready for you to jot down your next experience to make a difference. So thank you so much for having me.
I got a feeling.
Are you ready? Lightning, 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 thunder. Nice one. All right. So I want us, before we move forward, okay, let me try this side. So there is this name over here. Let me just show you. It's easy. How do you pronounce this? Well, no answer is the wrong answer. Let me try moving towards the back, towards the other side. Ladies, you guys do very nice.
Good evening, guys. Great. All protocols observed. The founder and CEO of Scenery Adventure. It's been a great journey. I'm very proud of you. The chief guest, all protocols observed. Good evening once again. Good evening once again. Bonamko. All right. Yeah, so it is a privilege to be here with Scenery Adventure Kenya. As we gather today, we find ourselves at a pivotal moment for our industry. We are closing a year where Kenya's tourism sector has shown remarkable resilience, recovering from the COVID pandemic and growing international and domestic bed nights to records high. Last year we had 2.4 million tourists coming into Kenya. Domestic, I think it was around 3 million. In total, we had close to 6 million. But as we look towards 2026, the question is no longer just about recovery, it is about redefinition. And therefore, we are going to have this evening 3 themes to discuss. The first theme will be the shift to purpose-driven and wellness tourism. The second theme will be technology and the hyper-personalized guest. And the third theme is going to be infrastructure and seamless connectivity. Just to touch on one of the themes, which is the shift to purpose-driven and wellness tourism. Our first theme today, the new travel economy. In Kenya, we are seeing this shift firsthand. The modern traveler whether international or a Kenyan exploring their own backyard, is moving beyond the brochure. They are not just looking for a game drive, but they are seeking transformative travel. We see this in the rise of Magical Kenya Signature Experience. From forest bathing in various cultural attractions, homestays that offer dignity, not just photo ops. The challenge for us today is, how do we scale this authenticity without diluting it? And for us to understand this better, we are proud to have an amazing, well-experienced panelists as follows. Number one, Ms. Anab Bonaya, Marketing Representative, Turkish Airlines. Could you just come to could you take your seat? Another round of applause for her. Then we have Olukayode, I hope I'm getting it right, Olukayode Alo, seasoned entrepreneur and Pan-African strategist. Welcome. The third is Camila Owora, I hope I've got it right, sales and marketing representative from Jambojet. Then we also have Ross Doris Kagendo, founder, Transformation Art Hub. Welcome. Ms. Jeanette Uku, Marketing Manager, Air Kenya. Then we also have Martin Kilavi, Executive Lead, OSCDs, right? Is that the correct pronunciation? Disability Africa. Then we have Nadine Williams, founder, Halal Tours, South Africa. We have Nadine here. Last but not least, Daniel Mbugua, Chairman, Tour Operators Society of Kenya. Is he in the room? All right, great. I'd like to give each one of you 30 seconds just to introduce yourself and tell us what you do, how you leverage on tourism to promote your business, whether here in Kenya or globally. I'll start with you, sir. Mr. Martin Kilani from Light.
Great, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, my name is Martin Kilavi from that difficult name, Auschwitz Disability Africa, which is a disability-focused organization that works with children and youth with disabilities. Just a quick one, Auschwitz is AU for autism, SCHI for schizophrenia, DYS for dyslexia. Why that? Is because together with my friends, I'm the founder, together with my friends, we thought it was wise for us to serve the community, especially that marginalized team of persons with disabilities, because my own children, all of them have got autism, they have schizophrenia, and they have dyslexia. Scenery Adventures have been our partners the last 3 years, Miss Monica. And we've worked very closely with Scenery Adventures in different platforms, including travel and also training their staff on disability inclusion and equity training. Why that? Because we believe that it's a value addition for every travel agent or company or organization to be well equipped to know how best to handle their clients with disabilities or their families that you serve that have got children with disabilities, whether intellectual disabilities, the neurodivergent, or physical. I think we'll engage more from there.
Thank you, thank you. Next speaker.
Good evening. Good evening. Why are we not excited to be here? You are? Then make the sound that shows that you are excited. Good evening. Okay, my name is Rose Doris Njagi, or Coach Rose D, and I'm the founder of Transformation Arc Hub, where we are so glad to ensure that we have this sparkle on the inside, both for men and women, by the way. We have several programs. We have the She Sparkles. If you've heard about the She Sparkles, let me have your hand up. Amazing. But now the sparkle that we talk about at Transformation Arc Hub does not only talk about the she sparkling, we talk about also the men sparkling. So we have several programs. We have that She Sparkles. We have the Swift Transform, which is the main program at Transformation Arc Hub. Then we have the Rising Stars, and we have the Thrive at Work. I'm seeing employers here, so you need to look for me so that we can see how we can be able to talk to our employees in a way that they're able to get to know about themselves. That's self-awareness. We build that self-awareness, and as they get to develop themselves, they are also helping you grow as an employer. So we'll talk more. Thank you so much.
Thank you. A round of applause for her, please.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jean Uku. I'm the marketing manager at Air Kenya. Air Kenya is a safari airline based at Wilson Airport, Nairobi. We fly to all the major safari destinations in Kenya, and we have subsidiaries in Uganda and Tanzania. So we're able to offer flights not only in Kenya, but we're able to connect you from, for example, the Mara to Serengeti in half a day. We fly a fleet of turboprop aircraft that are capable of landing on unpaved airstrips in the bush. And on top of our scheduled services, we also offer chartered flights. So in case you want a private flight for your guests, you don't want to follow our schedule, we can offer you bespoke charter services. So I guess we'll engage more, and I'll hand it over to the next person.
Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Anna Bonaya, marketing representative for Kenya. In this evening, I feel more at home because it is adventurous. It is with Scenery Adventures, and as you know, Turkish Airlines is the biggest global airline. So for me, I feel more of a host in conjunction with Ms. Monica and Ms. Sanya. It's such a proud moment for us to be here. The theme of the night is we dream today and we travel tomorrow. So the best way to do that is on board Europe's best Turkish airline. So thank you all for coming tonight. Thank you. We'll engage more.
Thank you, Anthony. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Great leaders in the travel industry. My name is Olukayode Ario. I am an investor focused on digital payments and digital banking. Basically, what do we do in those companies? I have investments in 3 payment companies. One of them is backed by the largest private equity firm in Africa. We currently operate in over 18 African countries collectively. And what do? We move money in a secured manner digitally. Again, one of the things we need to understand, money, before money moves, before a transaction is consummated, there are things that happen before money is moved, and there are things that happen after. The first experience of any traveler, before he knows that he's going to embark on a journey, he needs to initiate a payment, either for his ticket, for his hotel, for the various experiences he wants to embark upon. And for wellness, if he does not have a seamless experience at that point in time, and the experience is not frictionless, then that wellness is impaired. So payment is very important in every transaction, and this is what we do. We build rails and we connect people within the ecosystem to make sure either an agent wants to receive money or the airline wants to receive money, or a tour guide needs to get his commission. This is what we do. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Camilla Owora. Yes, I am not the person on the screen. That is Cynthia. She sends her apologies. She couldn't be here. I am the Marketing and Communication Manager at JumboJet, Africa's leading low-cost airline. And at JumboJet, we have been able to unlock opportunities for everybody to be able to fly and explore Kenya, explore the region. Currently, we fly to 8 destinations and 11 routes. Last year, we launched our most recent route, which is a direct flight between Mombasa and Zanzibar. Thank you, Scenery Adventures, for being our strong partner, for having us here, and looking forward to the conversations of how we can advance tourism to the next level.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, panelists. Now we dive into the matters. While you still have the mic, Camilla, the first question goes to you, and it touches on unlocking destinations, the critical intersection of aviation policy, mobility, and seamless travel. Now the question is, in terms of the airports as destinations, you work for an airline, how must airports evolve from being points of transit to being seamless hubs of intermodality, data exchange, high-value experience to truly enable a frictionless journey? Do you want me to repeat it again?
Sure, you can repeat it, but I think I got it.
All right, then you can proceed if you got it right.
Okay.
Guys, there is no right or wrong question here. We are here to discuss and come up with ideas on how we can improve tourism, whether in Kenya or within Africa. Let's all try to promote inter and intra-Africa tourism and travel. Proceed.
Yeah, thank you for the question, Anthony. I think for us where we sit as an airline, one of the biggest institutions that we use, of course, is the airport, and passengers landing in and out. And I'd say over the last few years, some of the challenges that we have faced in terms of our expansion is expanding into different areas of Kenya, majorly because the infrastructure doesn't allow for our capability. Currently, we operate the Dash 8 Q400. It's a turboprop aircraft, either 78 or 82-seater. And during a certain period, for example, we were not able to land in an airport like Diani. We were flying half the capacity because of the runway being very short. But then because of the intervention of KA and other government stakeholders, then the airstrip, which now became an airport, was increased by an additional 2 kilometers. So right now we fly to full capacity, but we're still not yet there in terms of being able to unlock the opportunities that not only destinations such as Diani, but the greater East Africa region, to be able to make flying accessible, affordable, and safe for all the people who fly. So in terms of us as stakeholders, I feel that there's still an opportunity for us to further develop these airports and make them global hubs. I would give credit to an airport like JKIA, which has really advanced in terms of the passenger experience. And I say that because personally, I also like traveling, and the other day I was in the western part of Africa, and just looking at how sometimes the connections were a little bit trickier or a little bit more difficult, it then opens up opportunities of saying, how can we tap into maybe what we would call the more modernized infrastructure and what it is that they have implemented. But at JumboJet, we are looking at how we work very closely with our stakeholders to just ensure that that seamless movement of passengers coming into the country, first of all, and then going out to explore the rest of the country, that they have a seamless and a great experience across board.
Seamless and great experience that it is. Ms. Jean Uku, Marketing Manager, Air Kenya. Can you also comment on that, since you're also in aviation?
Yes, thank you. For us at Air Kenya, being based at Wilson Airport, you find that Wilson is a small domestic airport. So you find that a lot of airlines have to make and create their own spaces for their passengers. So you find that a lot of us have our own lounges, private lounges, as well as arrival terminals. Actually, Air Kenya is the only airline with scheduled flights at Wilson with its own private passenger lounge and own private arrival terminal. We don't use the general terminal. So you find that in such small airports, airlines have to just do what they can to make the experience for the passenger better. And that's what we do we've done that at Air Kenya. Flying to the bush airstrips, you also find that we work with our stakeholders, as my colleague said, to ensure that the airstrips are well maintained, because a lot of the times you find after rains, they get deteriorated. So we have to constantly be in touch with the owners of the airstrips, who are mostly sometimes the reserve caretakers or conservancy owners, to ensure that their airstrips are usable for aircraft to land there. We also work with them to ensure that they've got facilities for our passengers, such as washrooms, because that's very important, and maybe small refreshment areas. So another thing that we try to work with the airport authorities on is, and we also find that a challenge sometimes, is having enough personnel at the immigration counters. For example, we do flights from the Mara via Kisumu to Entebbe, and at Kisumu Airport we have to talk to the immigration in advance to ensure that the counters are well equipped, so that when our aircraft lands, the passengers are served quickly and efficiently. So these are some of the things we do to work with our stakeholders, with the airport authority, to ensure that our customers have a good experience. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much. Now, to Anab, representative from Turkish Airlines. While unlocking destinations, particularly Africa, vis-a-vis to the global market, how is Kenya important to Turkish Airlines as a source market, and also to the rest of the world in terms of connectivity?
First of all, currently we fly to Nairobi daily and 3 times weekly for Mombasa. As you may know, we currently celebrate as the biggest airline globally, flying to more than 350 destinations, more than 130 countries. And for Kenya, Kenya is not just a destination for Turkish Airlines. It's a very strategic partner, because Kenya is a gateway to East Africa, an entire region. And for Turkish Airlines, when my colleagues, fellow panelists who were talking, they all mentioned about how connectivity and airport is of significance. For Turkish Airlines, we celebrate one of the best airport in the world, Istanbul Airport, that offers very short connection. In many cases, many of our flights are same-day arrival. And the experience, for example, we have the best lounge located in Istanbul. And as you know, Kenya, again, is a cradle of mankind. As Ms. Sanya, when she was talking about Kenya, and coincidentally, we also recently, last year, we opened Detroit as one of our destinations. So for Kenya, currently, the discussion is ongoing with the relevant authority in opening, rather having more flight, just to enhance the connectivity and a market reach. So Kenya is not just a destination, but rather a very strategic partner.
Excellent. Kenya is a very important destination, especially to the international source markets into Africa. Now, talking about Africa, we are going now to touch on Africa Ascending, investing in connectivity, culture, and infrastructure to unlock the continent's tourism potential. Mr. Olokoyode, you are an investor, right?
Olukayode. Olukayode.
Olukayode.
Yes.
Hello. Yeah, I visited your village. We had that discussion.
Yes.
It's a beautiful village in Ekiti in Nigeria. Now, my question to you as an investor, how can international investors and operators ensure that tourism dollars spent in Africa create deep, sustainable wealth and employment opportunities for local communities rather than leaking back out?
Okay, thank you. So I'll start with, we say travel is an experience, it connects. And I'll use my life as an example. I travel a lot. I've been coming to Kenya now for the past 14 years. And when I think about my first experience here, and how you find out that people back home have little knowledge of Africa and the kind of experience so when you give them the feedback about Kenya, about other African countries, they don't believe. And when they visit, they are amazed. I think the first thing is, how do we work in silos. The airlines, you have the tour operators, you have the service providers. So I'll give an example. You visit the Masai Mara, and you have maybe a woman operator who operates a cottage, a lodge where people can stay. How do you expose her to the global audience? Using technology. How do you ensure that she can collect money seamlessly? How do we create that demand? You mentioned earlier that over 2.4 million people traveled into Kenya last year. How do we harness that data of 2.4 million people, to make sure they are exposed to choices within the Kenya market? Once there's enough data to substantiate the kind of money flow, and you can ensure that people can make payments seamlessly. I want to book a tour guide. I want to book a tour, and I'm exposed to options. Maybe when I'm booking my trip to Kenya on my Turkish airline, and I get a prompt, and choices are exposed to me. Choices of hotels, choices of places I can visit, transportation locally, wellness centers where I can, spas, in terms of costing, even the choice of paying instrumentally for my holiday. And then being able to pay in any currency. The woman operating a lodge in the Masai Mara, being able to collect money and then, for example, people with disabilities, an example, vision impairment, can use a voice prompt to initiate a payment of a transaction. By the time we put all this together and we look at the ecosystem, build that ecosystem, and an investor looks at the volume of opportunity or money moving in it in a secured manner, and they know that repayment of those investments can be tracked, can be collected. A dispute management framework that ensures that resolution of payment disputes is done in a seamless manner. Basically remove all the friction points. I think that will bring about attracting the right investments. Without doing that, so ecosystem that explodes, that shows, there are choices of restaurant, 2.4 million. That's a good story. I'm hearing this for the first time. 2.4 million visit Kenya daily. Kenya is also a hub to connect with other countries. How do we increase visitations from other African countries? I asked you said you were invited to Nigeria and Ekiti some time ago. There's a fantastic location. A lot of people have asked, I ask every time I travel, I've never visited Nigeria. Now, how do we ensure we can tell our story, build that confidence and trust that is required to facilitate travels and also be in a position to support payment for those, financing our travels. You want to travel from the US to Africa, you're able to pay instrumentally, or vice versa. I think by the time we build that ecosystem and make this happen, we will attract the right investment. Thank you.
Excellent. Martin, can you give a rejoinder on that? Mike, please.
Thank you. My take on that, let me first begin by saying that at Oshidis we foster for inclusion. And while I'm saying that, I also need to bring in the SDGs, one of the components is that everyone matters and no one should be left behind in the Sustainable Development Goals. And so is the community that has children or family that lives with, that has disabilities. Now, when we talk about that, that calls for us to ask ourselves, how well prepared are we as a continent, as Africa? How accommodative are we in terms of making the lives of those with disabilities easily and live a dignified life? And how well, like the players that are in this plenary today, first I congratulate you. I've traveled with you, most of you, and I love the way you are growing in terms of travel and the airlines, the receptions that we get from your staff. The infrastructure at our airports. We are doing well, though we are not yet there, but looking back where we are coming from, it's quite a milestone that we have achieved. I've visited nearly all the airports around, and the ramps are there, and the infrastructure is on point. However, there is room for improvement, because when we talk about, we are addressing the continent, Africa, and we want our travelers, especially those with disabilities, those with physical disabilities, intellectual disabilities, to travel in a dignified way. So my question is, how prepared as staff, because we are handling, or rather you are handling travelers with different disabilities. How well prepared are your staff? How well prepared are we in terms of infrastructure? There's a training that we normally give that is called disability inclusion and equity training. It touches all those components for improvement. It touches beyond the staff, the worker. It goes beyond and touches their own personal life. Why? Because you reckon that even your staff may be having persons with disabilities in their homes, but they may not necessarily know how well to help them to advance and get into opportunities that are there. Because any person with disability, they don't need sympathy, right? They need opportunities. And these are opportunities if we avail to this marginalized group of community, then we will, when we are saying that we foster for an inclusive community, then we will have travelers improving in numbers, those with disabilities, visiting places and be seen. Yeah, that's my take for now. And again, I had one of the panelists here told me that she sits in the marketing space. And I got myself thinking, did I ever see you guys doing marketing and then you give us an image promoting travelers with disabilities? I think that's, I'm just throwing to us to maybe think for now.
Thank you. Ross, your take before I ask you the next question.
I think so much has been said, but allow me to first congratulate the Scenery Adventures for coming up with the group travel and also for the Lipa Pole Pole plan. That one is going to help a lot of people to travel. I know majority of us have traveled, yes? And of course, getting to hear what the technical people who are in the airports and moving around with working with the airlines, tell us what they are planning for us, it feels really good. So now that we have a panelist who is willing or is ready to help us get to know how we can do, my friend from Nigeria, the financing, you realize that majority of the people, we are not able to travel because of probably the finances. So when you come in, it becomes a bit easier for most of us to do the traveling. And apart from that, we can also come up with other ways. Like, how many of us have those groups, the travel groups already? Because I believe by the time we are leaving here, Anthony, we are supposed to be having a better mindset. You're saying we travel, the theme for tonight is dream today and travel tomorrow. So it's not a matter of just traveling, but being in the wellness space. I believe when we travel, there's a lot of healing, there's a lot of growth, there's a lot of learning from other cultures. So my take home tonight is that we need to really sit with ourselves and see whether we can be able, you see the way we are told by the finance people that we need to do our budgeting. We can include a percentage of our income, monthly income, to ensure that we have the travel bit. And we're going to thank ourselves later.
Exactly. We need to invest and support Africa and leave the dollars here in Africa to support the communities and the host destinations. You mentioned wellness, Rose. My question to you now is on wellness redefined from spa treatment to transformative travel. How many have been to a spa? I think everyone, because majority of you are ladies. Now my question to you, Rose, is this. Investment justification. Wellness is now highly specialized. Sleep, biohacking, mental health, etc. What is the business case for, say, for example, a hotel or a wellness spa or whatever it is, to make the significant investment required to deliver authentic, medically backed, or hyper-specialized wellness program? Do you want me to repeat?
I think I got it right.
Excellent.
And thank you so much for that question. I'll start by saying it's a very important thing that most of the hotels came up with. You know, having a spa section where you can be able to go maybe do the gymming, you can be able to swim, you can be able to get into a jacuzzi, or you can do massage, or get into a steam bath. Or recently we have the original hot yoga, and we are glad to have one of our sparkles who is doing that. So this, having that section in most of the hotels, it's not just about making money, but also now to the people that are visiting the places. There's so much that we are gaining from it. The mental wellness, the physical wellness, the emotional healing that we get from this kind of exercise that we do in those spas. So for me, I would just say it's one of the best things that has come up with, the hotels have come up with. And if you've not tried, maybe you've traveled maybe with Scenery Adventures or on your own, and you've gone to a hotel that has these facilities and you've not been able to visit those facilities, please kindly plan to do so, because the kind of benefits that you get from those facilities are tremendous.
Yeah, thank you very much. Wellness is very important. Now, Madam Air Kenya, let me just, Jean Uku, your comment on that. as we prepare for the last question, whereby I'll expect all of you to contribute, and then we'll give your last remarks.
Okay, so in terms of wellness for our guests,
are you planning to set up a wellness at the airport for us?
No, but what we do is we actually focus on making the passenger experience as best that it can be, the best that it can be. For example, when a guest enters our terminal, they're greeted very warmly by the security guards. They're shown through the security check. The first thing they come to is the baggage check. They're guided through that. They go to the check-in. It's very important for safari flights to explain to the passenger what to expect, because these are small aircraft. Most of the guests have not traveled in such small aircrafts before. And then what happens is that there could be many stops. It's just not an origin destination trip with one stop. You could hop as much as 3 times before you get to your airstrip because of dropping other passengers along the way. So that is explained to them that you're actually, for example, you'll be told you're actually on the 3rd stop in Amara, so the passenger understands. Then, of course, our lounge is, we've got facilities such as Safari Boutique, cafe upstairs. Right now, we're with the Spring Valley Coffee. And, of course, there are washrooms, there's free Wi-Fi. So we make sure that they're comfortable in the lounge, and we direct them. And then when it comes to boarding, we personally call them and escort them to the aircraft. And because we're a small company, sometimes you find that the person who has checked them in is also going to fly with them, is going to be their cabin crew. So that makes the journey that more personal. And then on board the flight, the pilots communicate very well with the passengers, because again, sometimes for most of our guests, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. If it's the migration season, for example, we fly lower so that the guests can take pictures. And they tell us that it's very exciting. So the more we get positive feedback, we work on it and make sure that we make the customer experience even better all the time.
Thank you very much. This will be my last question to the panelists, but I would expect Martin to give the first answer. This is on the tension between high-tech and the Kenyan high-touch, basically technology and AI. The question is, it comes with a statement before the question. We talk a lot about the experience economy and using AI for hyper-personalization. The Gen Z and my nephew calls me a baby boomer, I don't know. However, the Kenya's global competitive advantage has always been the genuine warmth and human touch of our staff. Something an algorithm can't replicate, right? So the question is, as you integrate these new technologies to drive efficiency, which you use, where do you draw the ethical line? Question number 1. Question number 2, how do you ensure that by automating your operations, guest interaction, you aren't accidentally sanitizing the very Kenyan soul that brings business to you or travelers, okay, in the first place? Are we at risk of becoming efficient but cold? What I'm asking is AI important in our business segments, in our lives? And is it a threat to the human resource labor force, not only in Kenya, but in Africa? You can answer, then each one of you can also give your views, and then we'll have our closing remark.
Thank you. Thank you. AI innovation, technology is with us here today. That's the reality. And we have no choice but to embrace it. You embrace change because it's here and that's what we have. Change comes with a lot of both sides, good things, challenges as well. And that brings us to the question that you asked, the safety and where it's taking us. One, AI, I believe AI is not here to take anybody's position or take anybody's job away, but it's here to improve on efficiency and delivery of service, which is what we want. This is what we need. So guys, let's embrace the innovation and technology. But there are boundaries. And these boundaries, I feel, I didn't expect you to ask me this, but I'll just go for it. And I feel this will be cushioned by the ethics that, and culture that we have as a people, as a community, and more so the African continent. The culture that we have is very rich, and that is what will keep us on check, so that, and also the generation that we are raising, so that the AI does give us the benefits and not the opposite of it. So we are in a place where we need to blend this, and also not forgetting the religious beliefs that we have as a community. We need to stay rooted in that, so that we balance this and embrace. Let's embrace technology. Let's embrace AI and innovation. It's not here to steal our jobs or take our positions, but it's here to enhance efficiency and service delivery. That's my take on it.
Thank you. Let's embrace AI. Ross, your take?
As an HR practitioner, I think I need to reiterate what he's just said, that AI is not here to take anyone's job. And like you called yourself a baby boomer, when the computers came, you guys were very much afraid because you thought that they were coming to replace your jobs. The same way people fear at the moment that AI is coming to replace them. But what is going to happen is that those that are not AI competent are the ones that are going to be replaced. So the earlier you get to learn AI, the better for you.
Great. Jean, your take, and how do you leverage on AI in the aviation industry?
Well, that's a broad one, but I think we're, in the aviation industry, at least I'll talk for Air Kenya, we're still scratching the surface. Not that we are technologically behind, but AI is new, and but I would add what I've seen so far, it's very helpful. It's helped us enhance some of our itineraries, some of our marketing initiatives, and so far I like it, though I do admit I'm just scratching the surface still. As my colleagues have said here, we need to embrace it. If you don't embrace it, you'll be left behind. And the more I get into it, the more fascinated I am and appreciate it. So, but what I would add is let's also not forget the human touch. It's not that you just forget everything about the human experience and yes, give all the output that the AI tool is giving you. You also have to bring your own personality and uniqueness into it and make sure that, yeah, it's the best thing that you can offer your customer. Yeah.
Anab, your take?
Before I comment on the query of AI, I want to comment on what Mr. Martin was said about inclusivity in relation to disability. As Turkish Airlines, when you first arrive at our Istanbul airport, we have a small flower chamomile shaped that our travelers can collect from all our counters. It is designated for people with disabilities. So you don't clearly have to mention the type of disability, but rather our personnel, the minute they see that color, traveler, they will attend to that clientele in exclusive manner without necessarily knowing their challenge. So that is how Turkish Airlines is maneuvering the issue of, disability and ensuring inclusivity. Also, additionally, as my fellow panelist has mentioned about, the group travel and all that, we have designated table counters and personnel that exclusively attend to group travelers. Additionally, we also have amenities on board on our aircraft, also as our lounges, all located, various types of lounges in Istanbul, including Miles and Miles for the loyalty program, and our business lounge, which is celebrated across the world as being the very best. And one thing is we have 6 lounges globally, and one of it happens to be in Kenya at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. So that shows how Kenya is very categorically important for Turkish Airlines. And the question on AI, as airline, we have embraced, but my comment today on it will be more like AI is here with us, but we need to approach it with wisdom and boundaries. And for that, like when people just put in AI and asking a question, instead of asking AI, how can I get a cheap airline, just call Scenery Adventures, and they will connect us to Turkish Airlines, and all your travel will be taken care of. And also, it's high time we take advantage of all industry players who have incorporated so many things. They are rewriting the travel experience, not just moving from Nairobi to Istanbul or to Nairobi. Talk to She Sparkles. After that, various here as Mr. I couldn't get his name, but his Olukayo. So incorporate all that and make the travel more exciting and great. If we were to learn something COVID has taught us, things can change anytime. So as the theme of tonight is we dream today, we travel tomorrow, make sure you travel and do that on board Europe's best Turkish Airlines. Thank you. In conjunction, of course, with Scenery Adventures, because there we adventure with a smile. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I think AI will only enhance the businesses. It will, of course, some of your concerns about will this eliminate businesses or jobs? I think it will probably repurpose it. Now, travel and all these experiences bordered on trust. Now, creating the right ecosystem and leveraging on technology, of course, with the consent of the consumer to share their data. I'll refer to the 2.4 million people again. Coming into starting the experience from getting to the airport, imagine, and I'll describe a user journey. At the airport, I have a 6-hour layover. As I'm walking there, I'm getting prompts on opportunities around. Maybe there is a gym there or a wellness center where I can get a 20 minutes, 30 minutes massage, and I can read the reviews, or restaurants, the choices I have as I go, places where I can take a short nap, maybe have a 4-hour layover, and I get into town. The air miles that I accrue, while I get into town, for example in Kenya, it gives me options to let me know that these air miles, I can spend it at this restaurant as I'm walking or driving past. It gives me that option, and knowing that this air mile, I can use it to exchange value at this such a place or restaurant. Again, it's giving me some of the tour operators, instead of can gather. Yesterday I had an opportunity to travel to some remote village. A friend of mine has a farm there where she has a lodge. And we went there. It was a wonderful experience. I never knew such a thing was available. Now, if some of your tour operators could aggregate the data of such places, I'm sure there are thousands of them around, do their KYC on them to ensure that trust, because you're dealing with people who don't know your country, who can look at it, and ensure that you have a way to profile such small-scale businesses who lodges in very tourist attractive destinations. You gather all that. Transportation as well. You've gathered all that information as a tour guide, and you feed it into that ecosystem. AI will now enhance that to make sure that those in those remote locations can have visibility to the 2.4 million audience. And then you've given them more choices. I had a fantastic time. I could eat their machoma prepared locally. I had the experience of having the local brew there. It was such a fantastic experience that gave me, the memory still lives there, and I plan to come back to experience such. So creating more choices, like I said, bringing it to the forefront of your travelers, and that information sharing in a secured manner, of course, with my consent, is something I think will help enhance and bring a more prosperous industry within this ecosystem. Thank you.
Camila, your take?
Yeah, I don't want to belabor on what my fellow panelists have said because I think they've covered the full scope. Probably what I'd say is we also need to get to a point where we need to really demystify AI, because I'm sure even here in the room, you know, a lot of times when you hear AI, it's okay if you're confused, because even those who are in the tech space, I think are confused, and particularly AI is not just ChatGPT and Gemini. It's a broader, perspective of how the world is going to advance in terms of innovation and in terms of technology. So as it has come to disrupt, I think the onus is on us to really understand in the sectors that we work in, in aviation, in financial payments, in wellness, inclusivity, how then can we incorporate that into our operations. For those of us who are customer facing, it's like, how then do we implement it in a way that it smoothens the customer journey? And I think, let me just brag a little bit about Jumbo Jet. And we are very tech heavy and we're very innovation driven. And we're always looking for what it is that we can implement in the company to enhance that customer journey. So one of the things we are just about to deploy is you could be in your favorite supermarket and you can check in and print your boarding pass. Because it's just looking at how can we make that journey so seamless for you that, when you get to the airport, it's not about scrambling around and trying to find your way, but you have no baggage, you've printed your boarding pass at your favorite supermarket, you've gone to the airport, you seamlessly just board the aircraft. But then also your question in terms of not losing the customer touch, I think that is also a very important aspect that we need to look at in all businesses, because the human touch is something that we can never forget, or we can never lose, or I hope we should never lose. But looking at how, even with all the technology that comes, how then do you still maintain having that seamless engagement and that seamless customer experience? Because at the end of the day, there's a famous comment that says that people will always remember how you made them feel. So even with all the technology and all the innovation that you have, the most important thing is when they leave your business, when they leave your experience, how did they feel? Thank you.
Excellent feedback. Now, I'll give you 1 minute each. I'll start with Martin. Your parting shot as you progress all the way to Camila, and then I'll summarize, and then we'll call it a day for the panel. Martin.
Thank you, brother. My parting shot is I will still foster for inclusion anytime given an opportunity. Just like Scenery Adventures I've done together with Ocean Disability Africa, designing programs, packages that suit those with disabilities and foster for inclusion so that people can all get an opportunity to travel and get that experience. That experience is therapeutic to all of us, regardless of our abilities. So that's the way to go. Inclusion, foster for inclusion. Invite, feel free to call on us invite Oshidis to your spaces. We will give you that training called Disability Inclusion and Equity Training. We'll be glad to also give you the DISC, the Disability Inclusion Scorecard, assess and advise on your spaces, make them accessible, inclusive, so that no one will be left behind. Thank you for now.
Thank you very much, Rose.
My parting shot is just to challenge us, something that I already mentioned. When we are doing our budgeting at the end of the month, let's find time to include some percentage, even if it's a small percentage of your income, to go towards wellness. You can choose a program. And one thing I normally say is that when you stop learning, you stop growing. So personal development should be something that you're doing on a daily basis. Go get that book from that small budget that you put aside. And apart from just getting a book, you can also get a program, a personal development program for this matter. And again, when we talk about wellness, let's incorporate travel as part of wellness. And this is going to take care of our mind, body, and soul. Thank you.
Thank you, Rose. Jane?
Okay, so as my parting shot, I'd like to encourage everyone to travel or to make itineraries to the lesser known parts of Kenya. Northern Kenya is beautiful. You've got Samburu, you've got Loisaba. These are destinations that are not very common, but offer a uniqueness that is unmatched. And then as well, sell cross-border, not just one country, or travel cross-border as it may be. You can, for example, at Kenya, we offer connections, as I said before, from the Mara to the Serengeti, from the Mara to Uganda. There is Bwindi National Park in Uganda where you go track gorillas. Murchison Falls. Uganda also is very beautiful and has a lot of destinations which are still untapped. Same with Tanzania. There's Dutu where you go and see the wildebeest calving where they give birth and they're rearing their cows. So there's so much to sell, not just the normal, more popular itineraries. And I would encourage not just selling, but going to see. Thank you.
Thank you. Anna?
I would like to encourage you all to embrace traveling and to thank you all for making us as the biggest airline in the world. We currently hold a Guinness World Record for that, and that would not have been possible without your support. And to our industry partners like Scenery Adventures, thank you for doing what you do so wonderfully. As a bridge between us and our clientele, you do your job so well that I'm able to sleep at night, knowing that our client is well taken care of. So thank you. Let's also rewrite, let's join these ladies and rewrite the narrative about traveling. It's not just about movement. Make it exciting. As she said, grab that book you want, go on board, enjoy all the amenities, and enter the lounges and embrace it all together. So thank you, and we continue this journey together. Thank you.
Okay. Hello.
Thank you. On a closing note, I want us all to live here and to not to think of ourselves as clients and service providers, but create as architects that will build the future of a seamless travel experience. And what do we need to be doing to make this happen? Collaboration, data sharing is very important. How do we digitize the various opportunities? Ensuring that everybody who wants to travel is not excluded. Both the poor, the disabled, and you can come up with your tailor-made travel experience. The service provider who is in the village in Masai Mara or on the mountains, who has a lodge, or even an individual who has a home who is willing to share their room. How do we ensure that we can collect money in a seamless manner? How do we ensure that the clients can make payment to them in a seamless manner? How do we ensure that the tour guide, the provider, the broker can get their own piece of cake in a seamless manner? How do we ensure when there is a dispute, we can refund that in a seamless manner? How do we ensure there is safety built all through that value chain, from the transportation, lodge, provider, airline, that ecosystem? That is what we need to do, work together as a team to build our future. Thank you.
Camila?
Yeah, as my parting shot, I just want to say, similarly to what my fellow panelists have said, is travel, travel, travel. I feel like traveling really unlocks so many opportunities for you, and you get to see not just Kenya, but the world from a greater perspective. And it then shows you a lot more on what you can incorporate in your life, in your business, and generally in what it is that you do. I'd also say 2025 has been, I'd say, a great year for us as Jambojet. This year we celebrated 11 years of operations, and again, it wouldn't be, or we wouldn't be where we are if it were not for, some of the great partners, such as Scenery Adventures, who have propelled us to being the #1 domestic carrier. One other significant celebration, if you would allow me to mention, is tomorrow our 10th aircraft is arriving. Right now they are currently in Malta. We are tracking them. They have flown 13,000 miles from Canada. So these are just some of the big wins that we have seen in 2025. We look forward to unlocking even more opportunities with Scenery, with all the other partners who have made Jambojet such a strong and formidable brand, not just within Kenya, but also across the region. And follow our pages, you might get some free things. Yeah, so thank you.
Excellent, and congratulations for the new aircraft. A big round of applause to this panel. Excellent. So what is basically coming out in summary, we need to connect the global market to the domestic market. We need to continuously address the elephant in the room, such as the infrastructure that will enable tourism to grow and thrive. I'm happy the highest leadership in this country is talking about Singapore. We hope to get there someday. Highlights of domestic resilience. And last but not least, we need to set the stage for BeLasia. BeLasia is basically MICE integrated into the mainstream tourism and hospitality. With those very few remarks and the excellent panel that Monica chose, this is really great. I just want to say thank you and a big round of applause once again to them. Thank you very much. MC.
No. Yes. All right. Are you ready? Are you ready? Yes. Are you ready? Yes.
My name is Marlene Awino Makoha, a tour consultant specializing in flights, ticketing and reservations at Scenery Adventures Ltd. On behalf of Scenery Adventures, I'm deeply honored to present our annual 2025 evaluation report, a reflection of a remarkable year of growth, resilience, and shared achievements. At Scenery Adventures, our mission has always been simple: to connect people, cultures, and destinations through meaningful travel to adventure with a smile. Over the years, we've built not just a brand, but a family to travel who share our love for exploration. I would like to begin by expressing sincere appreciation to our clients, our partners, and the incredible Scenery Adventures team for their trust and their dedication throughout the year 2025. As we review the year, our focus is gratitude, reflection, and progress. We take this moment to recognize each and every client who chose to explore with us, every partner present or in absentia who ensured excellence in delivery, and our passion team who made each journey seamless. This annual review isn't just about formalities. It's our opportunity to pause and reflect, to celebrate the achievements, analyze our challenges, and plan for the year 2025 and the future in general. It's how we continue to grow stronger and serve you better as our clients. 2025 has been a milestone year. We hosted over 800 travelers in comparison to the 580 travelers we had in the year 2024. We have organized 24 group departures, achieved a 75% client return rate, a strong reflection of trust and satisfaction. What stands out the most is our 90% referral rate, showing that our travelers don't just journey with us, they advocate for us, they ambassador for us. With over 20 destinations across the globe, Scenery Adventures continue to expand its international footprints. Kenya, Tanzania, Zanzibar group, you get to interact with your clients, you adventure, you have the fun, the adventure you experience with your clients. This comes in as us as an office, we allow our staff to go to the ground and also experience what our client gets as first-hand information. And yet, our 2025 Europe group departures sold out on the first month that it was released in 2024, showing that it's not just a company, it's a family. In comparison of 2024 and 2025, the numbers speak for themselves. We've seen strong growth in group departures, a significant rise in total travelers, remember, 800 travelers in the year 2025, and improved client retention. This success wasn't just by chance. It came from strong coordination between our reservation, logistics, and the marketing teams. Everyone moved in the same direction, and the results are visible. Behind these figures is a team dedicated to operational excellence and unforgettable experience. Simple and major highlights of 2025. This year, we achieved remarkable highlights, from expanding group tour across East and Southern Africa, to the Europe nations, to the Asia, to launching new strategic partners with regional suppliers. We've also enhanced our logistics and accommodation quality and saw an incredible uptake to the Lipa Pole Pole plan, which continues to make travel more accessible to all our clients. Many travelers noted how seamless their experience were from booking to their return home. The feedback motivates us to keep refining our touch points. Our group tour performance. Our core strength remains in our group tours. In 2025, we successfully ran multiple editions across Kenya, Tanzania, Zanzibar, South Africa, Dubai, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, and Europe, hosting hundreds of travelers. Each tour reflected our promise of delivering authentic, seamless, and memorable adventure. For example, our Kenya-Tanzania edition recorded 100% satisfaction rate, with travelers praising both guides and the immense itineraries. Every destination we've covered strengthened our bond with our clients. The client satisfaction rate. Clients choose Scenery Adventures because we combine reliability, quality, and care. From partnering with the top-tier airlines to offering 5- and 4-star accommodation, we ensure comfortability at every stage. We curate personalized, client and friendly packages that ensure our travelers enjoy exceptional experience with staying comfortable within their budgets. As a company, we conduct a pre-visit to every destination before offering it to our clients. This allows us to experience the destination firsthand, understand its unique qualities, and ensure it aligns perfectly with our clients' preferences and expectations. Our experienced tour leaders and the flexible Lipa Pole Pole plan with convenient deposit and structured installments make luxury travel accessible without compromise. The Lipa Pole Pole plan allows you to manage and budget yourself within a specific period. We have launched the 2026 Europe destinations. The moment we launched them until now, we have quite a great uptake of the people who want to travel to the Europe. So the Lipa Pole Pole plan, it enables you to plan and budget yourself accordingly. So by the time the tour is due, 14 days before the tour is due, you get to clear your balance. The challenges and the solutions we've had for the year 2025. Like any thriving business, we faced challenges: limited hotel capacity, short booking windows, and fluctuating airline prices. But through proactive planning, we've expanded hotel partnerships, secured early bookings, and diversified our airline contractions. Every challenge becomes a catalyst for innovation, proof that resilience and teamwork are part and parcel at Scenery Adventures Ltd. A little into the financial overview of the 2025. Financially, 2025 was a record-breaking year. Group tours contributed the highest revenue share, driving a 32% overall growth. Through smarter contracting, we've improved supplier margins and enhanced customer lifetime value through retention and loyalty programs, specifically the Lipa Pole Pole programs. This financial strength gives us the flexibility to invest more into digital systems, staff training, and premium partnership into the 2026. 2026 strategy and roadmap is Scenery Adventures Ltd. Looking ahead, our 2026 strategy focuses on innovation, digital transformation, and premium experiences. We plan to expand into new destinations. My colleague is going to share back-to-back new destinations that we've created for you into the 2025. I'm very sure you'll be glad, you'll be really interested, and I would really love for us to experience new destinations apart from the ones that we have done before the 2025 and the 2024. We plan to expand into new destinations, strengthen our digital booking systems, and introduce premium tour edition for our travelers. A major focus will be personalization, understanding travelers, and creating packages that are within your budget or the packages to the destination you like and love to visit and travel to. A major focus will also be the tailor-made packages. Apart from the group tours, we also do the family packages and the private packages where maybe you like to go unwind or enjoy maybe a holiday or a season on your own. We'll also do a specialization into that. Our roadmap is simple: growth, serve better, improve more, and adventure with a smile. As we close, I want to sincerely thank all our clients, the partners, and the incredible Scenery Adventures team. Your trust fuels our passion and inspires us to do more each and every day. As we look to 2026, I invite you all, our partners, the clients, the Scenery Adventures team, and the friends, to continue shaping the story with us. Together, let's book early, adventure more, create lasting memories, and most importantly, adventure with a smile. Thank you so much.
The winner of this category of Adventure Legend of the Year goes to Mr. Dennis Kilonzo. And the gentleman over here will award him. So he gets a return. Hello. Hello. Wimbo. Okay, so he wins a return ticket from Turkish Airlines and a hamper from Scenery Adventures. Alright, I hear we don't have nice photos here. Maybe we go over. We go on the podium. Okay. Alright. Alright, let's give him his flowers, Jamani. Of the year, female category goes to Miss Drusilla Nyaboke.
I'd like to ask a question. When was the last time you took everything off your table, off your mind, and decided just to relax, meditate, and enjoy the best moments of this life? When was the last time? My name is Brian. I'm a tour consultant at Scenery Adventures. I handle Africa as a tourist destination, all African countries, beginning from Kenya down to Zimbabwe, Botswana, and up to Tunisia, Morocco, Liberia, and Egypt. Today is a day that we are coming together to identify the packages we have as Scenery Adventures for you to adventure in the year 2026. It's a moment of early preparation, and that gives you an opportunity to invest or to save the small you have, lipa pole pole when you can, and at the end of the day, when you plan, maybe it's in August or June next year, it's going to happen with Scenery Adventures. I'm going to begin with our country, our beautiful country, Kenya. As you know, Kenya has so many very many beautiful destinations, beginning from the wild, beautiful cities, and also beautiful and amazing beaches. We have a series of packages, and for Kenya we have about 12 packages, but we have split them just to make sure that our clients are enjoying all departures in Kenya. So it can be a family departure, a private departure maybe for a couple, or from your office, or friends you want to adventure. within Kenya, we have 12 packages, group departures in Kenya to adventure with us. I'll begin with the first one, which is 3 days Masai Mara. This is a unique package because we are giving you high-end services, 4-star hotels, transport in a 4-wheel drive jeep, and accommodation 2 nights in Masai Mara in a 4-star lodge or camp on full board meal plan. The price is 46,000 Kenya shillings. That's right, is for per person sharing in a double room. If you want for a single room, kindly reach out, we can share with you. The other departure we have is Masai Mara flying package. The first one I gave you, that one is for by road, departing Nairobi with a Land Cruiser and come back to Nairobi with a Land Cruiser. But you have another one, if you don't want to go by road, you can fly. Now we have Jumbo Air Kenya flying from Nairobi Wilson to Masai Mara. Any part of Masai Mara being huge the way it is, you can land and be picked up with our representative who is a professional tour guide and a driver. For the departure, we have it's costing 116,850 Kenya shillings. That price is inclusive of return flight, accommodation, and also high-end services in Masai Mara. The second departure, now this one is for those who doesn't have, you just feel like you want something budget-friendly. We have daily departures to Masai Mara, wherever you want within the year. Departing either on Monday, Sunday, Friday, all these departures, and accommodation is in a budget camp. Transport is in a 4-wheel drive jeep, professional tour guide, entrance fee included. Water throughout your safari is also included at only 29,000. You are spending your 2 nights in Masai Mara, seeing the lions, cheetahs, the elephants, and enjoying the beautiful nature of Masai Mara and the Masai community. The second departure we have is to Naivasha. You don't want to go anywhere in the wild, maybe with the Land Cruiser, you just want to go and interact with nature, animals. We have this departure to Naivasha 3 days. It's running from January to December. The minimum is 7 packs. But if you go to 10 and above, it's good. You can fill the tour van or a minibus or a very big bus for us to go and adventure in Naivasha. Naivasha, you're sleeping in a 4-star hotel resort within the lake, and you're having horse riding in the bush. You horse ride a horse with the animals, wild animals around you, elephants, buffaloes around you, antelopes around you, zebras around you. All this is for you just to adventure with us. Another one is boat riding in Lake Naivasha. Another one is in nature walk on Crescent Island. Many people do ask, do you have Crescent Island in Kenya? I've never heard that. In Naivasha, you have an island. Since when? But we have an island in Naivasha where you walk with animals again. There we have the wildebeest, we have the waterbacks, we have ostrich, just walking with them. Giraffes are there. It's a very good moment connecting you with the nature, and that's the very best moment for wellness, as you heard from She Sparkles. The other one, we go down, heading to Mombasa, but in the middle, Amboseli National Park. This departure is by road, departing from Nairobi by road. Land Cruiser, this private high-end services, 4-star hotels. You sleep in Masai Mara for 2 nights. Game drives are high-end, and also transport in a 4-wheel drive jeep. The price is 51,000 Kenya shillings only. That one is per person sharing. If you want for a single room, we can give you. But I promise you, at the end of the day, you are not going to regret your spending of money with Scenery Adventures. The other one is flying. We are also considering those people who don't like barabara massage. I've been hearing that in the field. Barabara massage, the road massage. You just want to fly, land, be picked to do the game drive, fly back to Nairobi. We have that kind of package for you. With Air Kenya, we are collaborating with them to ensure that you have best services, affordable services for you to adventure with us. Another one is weekend departures to Amboseli. This is for budget friendly. We are just considering everyone. Budget friendly, which is you depart on Friday, you come back on Sunday. Considering that moment, Friday you can request for leave, leave in the morning, come back on Sunday in the evening, Monday go back to the office and work. Imagine, we are just considering everything for you. At only 26,000 per person sharing, you're having a very best game drive in Amboseli National Park. Another one, it is Salt Lake Safari Lodge, the famous one, worldwide known. The lodge is raised, as you can see it, the photos there. Now you depart Nairobi with an SGR, be dropped at Voi train station, and then from there you are picked by a Land Cruiser with a professional tour guide, go do an en route game drive to the lodge, have lunch, and do unlimited game drive within Taita Hills Sanctuary. This moment is giving you a good moment to sleep, but we are seeing animals at the waterhole. The elephants, as you can see, close to you in your room, not only going to the field during the game drive. At only 38,250 Kenya shillings per person sharing, leaving Nairobi, coming back, just relaxing, switching off your phone, and be in the wild within our country, Kenya. Now for those who want just a one-day trip, we have these ones for Nairobi. Daily departures Nairobi National Park only. Nairobi National Park only. You leave in the morning, by noon you are back, you have seen the lions, buffaloes, giraffes, zebras, antelopes to the fullest. And then you come back to your hotel or residence in Nairobi. Another departure we have, now I'm going to mention something that I haven't added. We have departures to Diani, Mombasa, and Watamu. These packages, we have those who use SGR, those who use flight jumbo jet, you land in Diani, in Mombasa, or in Malindi, and go adventure in our beautiful beaches within the coastal region. I humbly request you, feel free to reach out, call anytime our reservation team, and I will be there to ensure that you are adventuring with a smile. Now we go out of our beautiful country, Kenya. Now dig deeper in our beautiful continent, Africa, to our neighboring country, Zanzibar. But before I stretch to Zanzibar, we have Tanzania, the Serengeti. We do safaris from Kenya to Zanzibar, to Serengeti, safaris from Kenya to Uganda, so we can connect. Feel free to inquire. We can customize a special package for you. If you are a group, better for you. You'll get a very good customized rate for you. So Zanzibar. Zanzibar is a very beautiful place, charming, relaxing, romantic for many people. And many people are flying from the US, Asia, coming just to Zanzibar, relax for 6 days, and they fly back. Now, for you as my fellow Kenyans, Africans, also from other continents, we have this departure to Zanzibar, which is in February. And as you know, February 14th is Valentine's. We have those people asking, I have my best one beside me. In Valentine, ndamfanyia nini? What shall I do during Valentine? Scenery Adventures got you covered. At only $1,510, you are having 3 nights in Zanzibar, relaxive moment, and some small activities just to give you good time to talk, relax, your best person. So we have this package, and this package is also suitable for honeymooners. Maybe you had a wedding some days back or a month back, just 6 months before that. Within that duration, we can give you a honeymoon package to Zanzibar with this price. Just this package is specifically for couples. For couples, two. I think I got you covered for that. We have these ones, group departures to Zanzibar. We have several. One in April, considering children crossing, and also ambient time for you as a parent and also an employee. August, December. These departures, the price is only $1,485. Return flight from Nairobi, being picked up from the airport, activities, high-end accommodation, meal plan is on bed and breakfast. The other departure, now we dive down a little bit to Seychelles Island, whereby you land on Mahe Island. You have your 4 nights in Seychelles, As you can see, the price, very affordable. As you know, Seychelles is a high-end destination. Many people, many even players, they do like going to this destination. So you can fly with us to Seychelles, adventure with us, just relax and come back to Kenya. And then at the end of the year, we have this kind of event recognizing you again. Another one, stretching down after Madagascar. After Madagascar, hidden in the ocean of the Indian, we have Mauritius, group departure, which is in September from 17th to 22nd. That's a 6-day tour, 5 nights accommodation on half-board. The price, as you can see, that it is inclusive of return flight, accommodation in 4-star hotels, activities, professional tour guides, and these activities are not there to put you so much used up. You have some moment to relax and meditate. And if you want, I know at some point, she's going to also go with us. You can go somewhere and also interact, meditate together, and go through some challenges in life you had and come back rejuvenated for the next steps of life. Another one, go up to the western part of Africa. This is a new destination we are bringing out on board. Many clients have been requesting for this package, whereby we fly from Nairobi, land in Morocco, Casablanca, have some activities in Casablanca, and also stretch to Marrakech, whereby you'll have a desert experience, also a sea experience, cultural experience, and also delicious meals before you fly back to Nairobi. The price, as you can see it, return flight, accommodation, imagine 5 nights, Morocco. And then you fly back to Kenya, coming, relax. And people asking, why are you glittering? They don't know why. Scenery Adventures at the back. Now we go to the land of Pharaoh, Egypt, and we go to the land where Jesus was baptized, Jordan. We have this package for 10 days in October, from 8th to 17th. This is a 9 nights tour, and I would like to emphasize this. It's a new test in the market, and we'd like you to adventure with us. You have 2 nights in Cairo, obviously seeing the pyramids and so forth. And after that, you proceed to the Aswan Haidam. For those who did history, and maybe you have been there, the Aswan Haidam. You fly from Cairo to Aswan Haidam, and then from there you take a cruise, 3 nights, down to the sides of Laksa. And from Laksa, you're being picked up by a sleepy train, whereby you sleep overnight in a train to Cairo, back again. From there, in Cairo, you take a bus to Sharm el-Sheikh, whereby you relax at the beach a little bit before now crossing to Jordan, enjoying the journey of Jesus, how he was baptized if you are a Christian, and that kind of departure. Now you land in Cairo, depart from Amman, Jordan, back to Nairobi. I'm almost to finish. Out of these departures we have, it's just for you to adventure with us, relax. And at the end of the day, when I ask you, when was the last time you relaxed, switch off your phone, your TV, get out of your home, that beautiful apartment, that beautiful house, and just go out and relax with other people outside there? When was the last time? Next year, I think we shall have so many answers. Now, today, being a special day, we have a discount for everyone who is here and everyone who is watching us online. For you to secure these departures, for Kenya, you just need to pay 5,000 Kenya shillings for a deposit. But for outside Kenya, you just make a deposit of 500. Today, if you make it, you grab a discount of $50 for outside Kenya, $50 today until midnight. So if you want to grab it, just take inside those centerpieces you have showing the table signation. Inside we have a questionnaire. Just take, if you want to pay, behind we have payment details. Just fill in all your details that you have paid by M-Pesa, via bank, and just our colleague will be walking around and pick back. From there we shall reach out. We have the phone number with you there. Okay? At the end of the day, we say that today we dream, tomorrow we travel. I wish you the best in the year 2026. Early in advance, I wish you Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. Thank you very much, and let's adventure with a smile.
Hi everyone. To my mind, the greatest reward is to be able to experience everyday things as if for the first time, to be able to enjoy each and everyday things and cherish them as you go on with life. My name is Michelle. I'm a travel consultant and travel advisor from Scenery Adventures, and I'll be presenting for you the 2026 international packages. So why 2026? 2026 isn't just another year on the calendar, it's a collection of moments waiting to happen. We have designed our tours past the tourist experience and into the local soul. Here's how your 2026 travel is shifting towards a slow, adventurous, and wellness travel. The 2026 calendars flows, we begin in March with the beaches of Cape Town, and then we move to June with the vibrant summer in Europe, and finish our year in December with the festive Christmas markets of Singapore and Malaysia. The 2026 featured destination, we have 14 destinations for 2026. We have Cape Town. Cape Town is in March and October. We have Singapore and Malaysia in March and August. We have Dubai and Qatar in April and December. We have Japan in April. We have Greece, Malta and Rome in May and September. We have Hong Kong and China in May and November. We have Thailand in May. We have Thailand, Bali and Vietnam in August and September. We have South Korea in August, and we have Turkey in June. Australia is in November. Then Europe, both northern, southern, eastern and western, is in June and July. And we also have new cruise routes, which will be, it depends with the month that you choose the cruise, either group and or individual tours, which for the group it will be in March, November and December. As much as we are showcasing the 2026 group tours, we also specialize in the private departures. So for those who are more considerate with the individual departures, we can also arrange that for you. Why book early? To celebrate our 2026 launch today, on any international tour, travelers confirming their slots today by making a deposit will get a discount of $50 off on our famous tours and $100 off on the new departures. Our team has included your 2026 boarding pass, the green hampers, that is your 2026 boarding pass. So there's a space to write the one country you've always dreamt of visiting. As you leave today, answer the boarding passes, and our team will make that your 2026 dream a reality. Thank you very much. Looking forward to seeing you in our 2026 departures.
Number 2 in that category was Miss Marlene Makoha. Okay, then all right. So, all right. Okay, as they do their photo, we are moving to the next category. And we have Loyal Explorer of the Year.
Mutua Kioko, you have a gift hamper from Scenery. Then Lucy Matthew, you have a return ticket, Air Kenya to Masai Mara. And you have a gift voucher as well from Scenery Adventures and a trophy. And then Susan Wanjiru, you have a return ticket from Air Kenya to Masai Mara, you have Scenery hamper, and you have voucher, and also you have a trophy. Celestine Salome, who is not here, she has 2 nights stay at the Reef Hotel, and also a voucher from Scenery Adventures and a trophy. And then Eliud is so special in this category. You can imagine at 65, but he's always active in the group. When you go to Europe, he's the first one to wake up, he's the first one to have breakfast, and go for jogging, and he's the guy who tell us, hey, we have like a deal somewhere, let's go and adventure. So Eliud is so special to us, and we are going to give Eliud 2 nights accommodation at the Reef, a Scenery hamper, voucher award, and also a trophy. He is a really amazing guy. He's a chairman. So thanks to Eliud, and because of that, we are going to do a champagne for Eliud, because he deserves a champagne.
No. Me follow.
Ludia is the person who will always challenge Scenery. Like, let's say there's a destination that we don't have on the calendar, she'll come to you and ask you why isn't that on the calendar. You should include it. And she challenges Scenery to introduce new destinations every year. Thank you.
Ticket to Jambo Jet, and also she has a voucher for any destination that she chooses. She has a percentage in it. So Lydia, thank you so much for it.
All right. Before they receive the awards, we were popping champagne for Mr. Eliud, and then you will receive your award. So.
This is a special group, and we had to do a little something extra. For those who don't know me, my name is Sonia Weston, and I'm from Scenery Adventures USA. And that's the sound that we like to hear. So let's give a clap for that, guys. You know, coming from Detroit, Michigan, please Google that, because that's where Motown started. So we have to get the party started. So pop the bottle, and I need you guys to show us how to dance and get over there to get your glass of champagne. Can we get some music, DJ? The celebration of these amazing call-outs of excellent travelers. And as our theme says, today we dream, tomorrow we travel, and they have a couple of trips ahead of you. So let's give them a hand, and let's all say cheers!
I'd love to be in your shoes, but you've done great, and congratulations. Keep on traveling. Thanks.
For the 2 drivers. All right, Michelle, kindly come and help. Is Malin here? Malin or... Let's go,
Don't go, Jane. Just my number up. Come on in, Yama. Unafanya nina baki
Nimeingia club hivi na kuna dema na kabisa kwa phone kana itakaa easy. Mani mama WhatsApp bana nikamshona itwa King Kaka na kuna vile umenibamba leta na ulete be hapa akanipa kutika don't you you katai my friend unyima dio hizo milima smart kwa chia gazeti wewe kwa nikunywa carpet. Tonight I'm in my new khaki bed. This lale is my design me, bana.
I said tonight we are doing that. I said my girl we are doing that.
This same group won award last year, and now the same group is winning again this year. They are now family, they are not strangers. That melts my heart.
Haya. Okay, wapewe moja wakiteremka.
Jasho yatiririka, moyo wapiga, kila mtu anawika, mahewa tunapewa, yatiririka, moyo wapiga.
Nairobi, and I just want them to come and say hi to us, Mr. Andrew, Mr. Edry, and then also Alfred also will come and say hi, just and introduce yourself. And from Elimu, Emma, kindly you guys come and just say something, please. And Reef Hotel, someone from Reef Hotel? Okay. Please, Emma, come and say something, just for a few minutes.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Andrew Sanga. I'm from Uganda. Professionally, I'm an accountant. However, I have passion for travel, so I run a tour company with my other colleague who will mention his name. And we have worked with Monica. And when she told me about this dinner, I was like, I can't miss it. I must come and witness greatness. So, like you see, Scenery Adventures, their motto is Adventuring with a Smile. Our motto is Smile to your destination.
Hello, I'm Granda Henry, as he has mentioned. I'm a partner with him, and we are partnering with Scenery Adventures. We are happy to be here, and hopefully we shall keep on coming here and work with Scenery Adventures. Monica.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Miss Emma. I work with the Limu Now International. We've partnered with Scenery Adventures. And when our students get their visas, we definitely connect them with sceneries as they do the flight booking. We wish you well, Miss Monica. You are doing a great job, and we love it. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Hello. My name is Fred Mosoti. I work so closely with Scenery Adventures. I run a tiny company called Myad Worlds Connections. I deal with high schools, whereby I organize international excursions for high school students and even primary. And with Scenery, they are able to plug me in terms of air ticketing, accommodation, and everything that comes along with travel. And so, congratulations, Scenery Adventures. I'm really proud of you, and we look forward to making bigger and better next year. Thank you so much, and may God bless you.
Well, good evening. My name is George Muteti, sales manager, diaspora with buyers to the US. Monica is our great, great friend, and we thank God for Scenery Adventures. As Optiven, we empower, and I can see some of our customers are here, people to get good properties. And we have a good one at Ocean View Ridge, Pipingo. For those who will commit tonight, we can extend a discount of 20,000. And of course, I'm here with my colleague, Joanne Williams. We are around, you can talk to us.
Good evening, everyone. Jumbo. Yeah, so my name is Joanne Williams. I'm the Senior Global Manager with Optiven, and we are happy to be here tonight. I lead the US team. So actually I came last week, and I'm happy to be here, to be invited. You're doing an amazing job. So if you're interested in our properties through Optiven, we will be around, so you can just network with us, come close to us. We have good discounts. Thank you and God bless you. Enjoy your evening.
Good evening. My name is Vincent Odor from Amadeus. Amadeus, we are travel technology globally. We are now the one connecting airlines with travel sellers. So Scenery Adventures is our client. And Miss Monica and your team, you've done great work. And the event is so beautiful. Thank you.
Jambo. My name is Lilian Amimo. Thank you so much for coming. And I am a stylist to Madam CEO, Monica Msungu. And also, while adventuring to your dream destination, make sure you look good. Adventure looking good. And I'm here to make that happen. Thank you and have a lovely night.
All right, so let's wind it up. And I now want to give these hampers that are here. And we have very simple questions. But first of all, APA has given has some... she's here. Hello.
Thank you very much. My name is Nam Kabucho from APA Insurance. We have been partnering with Scenery Adventures. And to all our guests, I'll tell you, travel with confidence because we've got you covered. So whenever you are traveling everywhere, just know you're covered. Now we have given 3 travel insurance covers for travelers who will be booking for Europe tour. So Miss Monica will be able to, if you book, I don't know how you go about it, but we'll give 3 travel insurance for free to travelers who are booking for Europe 2026. Thank you.